Welcome to Turner Classic Movies, everybody. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Tonight, our lineup of classic horror films features movies from Hammer Studios. And up next, we have a Hammer film starring both Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. They appeared in over 20 movies together, many of them for Hammer Studios. Up next, Lee is all wrapped up in his work as an Egyptian high priest who rises from the dead. From 1959, The Mummy. The Mummy marked an important turning point in Hammer's story. It was the first official remake of a classic Universal Studios monster movie, actually parts of several Universal movies, including The Mummy's Hand, The Mummy's Tomb, and The Mummy's Ghost. Hammer's agreement with Universal actually came after the success of two earlier Hammer films with Frankenstein and Dracula, and those earlier movies had to be carefully constructed to avoid any copyright infringement with Universal. In this version of The Mummy, Lee takes the role played by Boris Karloff in the original, a high priest who gets revived when archaeologists desecrate the tomb of his queen. Peter Cushing plays the lead archaeologist who faces off with Lee. The Hammer creative team behind the film was the same as with the previous Frankenstein and Dracula movies. Screenwriter Jimmy Sangster, director Terence Fisher, and production designer Bernard Robinson. Lee is the only actor besides Lon Chaney Jr. to play Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Mummy, but Lee was not a fan of being tightly wrapped. He considered this role his most uncomfortable, and he never made another Mummy movie. From 1959, also with Yvonne Furneaux and Eddie Byrne, The Mummy. Christopher Lee found his costume for The Mummy a little too confining in more ways than one. First, it was physically uncomfortable, but it also covered his face, making acting a particular challenge. Still, Lee was praised for using solely his eyes to convey the character's physical presence and emotional sorrow. Lee, at 6'5", lamented the extra physical effort necessary to pull off the role, saying that he pulled nearly every muscle in his back and neck, carrying actress Yvonne Furneaux into the swamp at the end of the movie. Up next, more from Hammer Studios with another well-known movie monster, starring Oliver Reed in one of his earliest credited screen roles.